Okay, I'm back, guys. Can you confirm if you can hear me? Let's just start. Sometimes you can't really, you don't really have power over most of these technical problems, but I hope it does stay. Please confirm if you can hear me, and then we can start. I'm trying to post the new YouTube link there. Okay, yeah, thanks. So yesterday, I was saying that yesterday let me be sure this is off. Okay. Yesterday we talked about cryptocurrency from the beginning. We look at how Bitcoin came into existence, and then okay, I forgot to record. Let me just start the recording right now. So yesterday we talked about cryptocurrency. We talked about how Bitcoin came into existence. It was submitted or established by Satoshi Nakamoto, and then he went anonymous. We look at what Bitcoin is, blockchain, cryptocurrency, cryptography. We will look at proof of work, a lot of things back then yesterday. So today we want to start with by getting ourselves familiar with the broker platform. And we are going to be using Binance as a broker of choice. And you understand why we prefer Binance as time goes on. So this is what we'll be talking about. These are all the things we are going to be talking about on Binance platform. You're going to understand how to open a trading account on Binance. We're going to do that. We'll try to open a trading account straight away. And then you know how to deposit Bitcoin to your wallets right there on Binance. And then you understand what derivative is. You understand what future market is. You understand what spot market is, and then the difference between spot market versus future market. Then you understand what future contract is on Binance. And then we are going to really look at all the environment of Binance. Let me quickly try to see if I can take us to the environment right there, Binance.com. So the plan is to get familiar with the features on Binance. You understand what US dollar margin feature is and how it is different from coin margin features, and then how you can see, we are going to be looking at the trading volumes of contract on Binance. You'll be able to see the different trade volumes on each of all the crypto coins right there. You'll be able to check your information of the information of future contract that you have taken. You understand what margin is and what margin trading is, and then you know how to adjust your leverage. As a matter of fact, the two of them are quite similar to each other, but just that margin trading is when you don't really have enough money to trade, and then you are borrowing money from the broker to trade. And then the extent at which you borrow is the leverage part. And in the double-edged sword, you see what this is later on. You understand what liquidation is, and then we don't want to get to that liquidation part. You don't want your account to be liquidated, but you understand what liquidation is. And if you have been trading Forex, the difference between, this is just like margin call, when you enter a margin call. And that means that you need to fund more of your account, otherwise you get liquidated. So you understand what margin balance is and maintenance margin. You understand what cross margin is and how it is different from isolated margin, and then what margin ratio is and how to transfer funds to your future wallet. And then we are also going to, I'm going to link the presentation to my mobile phone, and you will see how you can do that on your mobile phone, how you can take trades on your mobile phone, how you can look at the chart, how you can check your position even on the go. So you don't really need to be on the system 24/7 to trade the crypto market. Right there on the spot, anywhere you are, you can trade it. And then by the time we get to the trading proper, I will show you how you can set up alerts on the trading platform in such a way that when price have gotten to a certain level at the overbought or oversold zone, you get alerts right there on your phone, and then you can look at your charts to see if that trade, if price has gotten to a position where you want to take trade or not. And then the testnet Binance feature is for practice. So it's just like a demo website, so to say. So the truth of the matter is this: trading cryptocurrency can give you quite a huge lot of money, but then it can also wipe away your bank account. So you don't want to first start with, start with trading with your hard-earned money. You want to first practice to be sure you know your way in and out first before you then go with your life account, to go with life account or trade with your money. So this website allows you to do that. It allows you to practice and then be able to get really familiar with most of all the features on the website. So you understand what altcoins is and how to invest. So before, as of yesterday, we talked about that was about where we ended the presentation or the training of yesterday, how you can how you can fund your account and then use it to buy different coins. And we're going to revisit it straight up. And then you understand what one-way mode versus edging mode, what the difference between that. So these are all the things. I don't need to really start going. Don't let me waste time right now. So we are just going to go straight away to Binance Platform, and then we'll see how to go about all these things. So I don't know if you have any question since yesterday. If you have any question based on what we talked about yesterday, if you have any question, just let me know. Any question? I feel there are no questions. And so in the absence of questions, let's just go to the Binance platform and then see how to do the trading proper. How to open an account and then get ourselves familiar, quite very familiar with the broker platform. On cryptocurrency exchange in the whole world based on volume, and they have lots of features, and it's an environment you actually like working with because there are a lot of traders and trading activities out there, which is what you want to consider when you want to join an exchange. You want to be sure that there are lots of trading activities so that your position can actually be matched with a fellow trader instead of against the exchanger itself. So you just click on register. So when you click on register, you put in your email address here. Which email address should I use right now? Okay, let me use this. So you just put your email address there, and then you put password right here. You put in the password that you want to use right there, and then in this place, you just click on this place to drop it down, and then you put in my referral ID. Now, why do you want to do this? Two reasons. One, when you use my referral ID, you'll be given 10% of your investment or the capital that you want to be trading with, so that just like a reward for coming to trade with Binance. And then you also want to be under my referral ID, so that anytime you have questions or you have any challenge at any particular point in time, you can always chat me up or get in touch with me, and then I'll be giving trade signals, especially for those that are under my IB. So if you, let me quickly get the referral ID right now. Okay, let me just quickly supply that. 1 minute. 1 minute. So this is the referral ID. So in that place, you just put in 238-99969. 238-99969. So you copy that and you put that here, or you type it yourself, 238-99969. And with this, you're going to be able to you get compensated with 10% for registering with my link. And then you click on create account. So once you do this, you're going to send Once you do this, they are going to send an email. They're going to send a link to your registration and to your email for you to confirm, and then from there you can continue with the instruction on the screen. So immediately you click on submit, it will take you to this next. Where you need to do to just drag this and drop it, just like a puzzle. Just drag it and drop it in the place where it's supposed to go to. So then you go to your email address and then you copy the link, the number that has been sent to your email address, and you paste the number here. So let's quickly get that right now. And so the number has arrived. We just put in the numbers here, and once you do that, it automatically confirms the number and it will refresh and then take you to this area. So as you can see, everything here looks so simple, and it's very easy for you to register. So we are going to try to get familiar with the Binance environment right now, but then one thing I want to tell you right now before we end this section is that you still need to continue to verify or continue your registration, so to say. So right here, you need to put in your phone number. You need to possibly activate the Google verification, but we don't really need that one right now. What we really need to do is to just put in our phone number, and then from there, I will let you know how you are going to, how you can fund, and then how you can buy all those other coins that you want to hold in for long term. Then from there, we are going to look at all the environments and get ourselves familiarized with all the different features right there, and also how to trade the derivative futures market. So if you don't want to do that right now, you can just click on remind me later. For me, right now, I don't really want to do that, but it's something that you really want to consider. So once you're able to verify your account, if, for instance, you click on verify, it's going to take you to all this, it's going to take you through all this, where you're going to be putting in your house address, the basic KYC and etc., which is what I'm telling you, what I was telling you back then, that if government really want to regulate the cryptocurrency space, they just need to work with the exchanges. The exchanges actually do make sure that they collect enough document for KYC, and so they can use that to try to find out who is sending what at what time, and also how much one is sending at any particular point in time. So we are really going to look at extensively. We are going to look at the Binance platform, and then get familiarized ourselves with all the features available right there, and how we are going to be taking our. Do you have any questions so far? You may need to open your accounts. You don't need to do that right now. It's something you can do later on. But if you have any question regards opening your account and all that, just let me know before we proceed. Any questions? These are some of the things we'll be talking about, and we'll deal with them one after the other. You look at how to, you've already from your spot wallet. So let us go to Binance platform and have any question, guys. I believe there are no questions. So in the absence of questions, let's just continue. And have a good understanding and get ourselves familiarized with all the features right there. This is going to be our guide. We've already looked at how to open a trading account on Binance, and don't forget to use the referral code when you're opening your account, so that you can get you can be under my signal service and all that. And then we are not going to be looking at depositing right now. What we want to first do is to at least have a good understanding of most of all this. Then we are going to then see how we'll fund our account and then start trading right away. So on the Binance account, this is how it looks like, and you can just first click this to take it away. And so this is how it looks like, and the first thing you get to see here is derivatives. We have derivatives right here. We also have trade, we have market. So all you just need to do is to just click on this derivative and just place your mouse on it, and you'll be able to see that we have USD futures, we have Coin M futures, vanilla option leverage tokens, and battle. But our focus right here is futures, and so we are going to be looking at the difference between US dollar margin futures and coin margin futures. And then if you just click on market right here, it will take you to this area, and then you'll be able to see all this, all the different markets available. That's all the coins that are available. But what we want to look at or treat right now is the futures market. So what is future market, and what is spot, and why, or how do they differ from each other, the spots and the futures? That's what we'll first look at. Then we'll now look at the difference between the USD M futures and then the coin M futures. And so by definition, the spot market, or we call it cash market, is a public financial market in which financial instruments or commodities are traded for immediate delivery. And that is what you should underline right there, immediate delivery. And it's different from futures, in which case future markets have their delivery at a little time. That is why you see that it is being called futures. That means the delivery of that asset is not immediate. It's sometimes perpetual, which is what you're going to be seeing right later on. That's why you can see that we have M futures and coin M futures. And then inside these features, you'll be able to see that we have two different type of features, in which case one that has a delivery date, or in which case one that is in perpetuity. But for sports markets, you are majorly going to be exchanging maybe your US dollar stable coin with any other coin like the Bitcoin or Ethereum or thereabout. So what I'm saying here in essence is this. Let's say, for instance, you just funded your account, and then you have US dollar stable coin, USDT, in your account. Let's say you just have around $200, and then you need Bitcoin to be able to take some certain trades, or perhaps you just want to buy Bitcoin and just let it be in your spot wallet. So in that case, you are just going to take an immediate transaction out there, and then Binance is going to match your order with the best order of a seller in the market. And then it's just as simple as that. You're basically just immediately exchanging your stable coin with Bitcoin or any other coin of your choice that you decide to buy. Now for futures, we have an agreement between two or more parties, in which case one person is saying he wants to buy and the other person is saying he wants to sell, but the delivery is going to be taking place at certain point in the future. And then there can be there can be an agreed delivery date, or we can have the delivery in perpetuity. As a matter of fact, we are going to be trading perpetual futures when we want to trade on the Binance platform. Now you may ask yourself, so why do I need to trade on futures market when I can easily just make my transaction in the spot market and I have whatsoever coin I want to buy? Well, the key difference between the two is that in the spot market, you are basically just exchanging your dollar for Bitcoin or vice versa. The person you exchange the dollar for gets the stable dollar in its own account, and then you get maybe the Bitcoin in your own account, and then the deal is sealed and it's final, it's immediate. Now, in the futures contract, in which case, I said that we have two types, either the one with delivery date or perpetual contract. And perpetual contract is actually the one that is most common among in the financial market, even in the forex market and now in the crypto market. And this is how it goes. In the futures market, you make transactions, or you make gain when price is either going up or is coming down. And that is just the key difference between the futures market and the spot market. In the futures market, you make money in two ways. That means when you buy, let's say for instance, you feel that Bitcoin is going to be appreciating in price, you can decide to buy Bitcoin, and then without necessarily having Bitcoin in your account. And then when price has gotten to a certain extent and you feel that Bitcoin wants to start going down, you can sell Bitcoin without necessarily still having Bitcoin in your wallet account. So it makes you to be able to make gain in the any direction of the market, whether price is going up or price is coming down. But in the spot market, you are basically just exchanging maybe your USDT for Bitcoin, and it's just instant and immediate. So in summary, transaction on the spot market is like one way, and but in the futures market, it's two ways. You can make money whenever the price is going up or down. And so, if you feel that the price of a commodity is going to lose value, you can buy it. You can sell it at a higher price, and then if you feel that the price of that coin is going to rise in value, then you can buy it at low, and you can buy the contract at low, and you make your gain also. And then another feature that we have in the futures contract is that we can use it as edging, and also as risk management techniques. And another feature that you can also have in the futures contract is that you have ability of up to 125 times the equity that you have right there to trade with, which you don't also have in the spot market. Most of all these things are what we are still going to be getting to know in the course of this training. And so, if you look at the top left corner right here, you can see we have derivatives. So, what are derivatives? Derivatives are financial assets whose value is derived from another asset or group of assets, maybe. So we have an underlying asset, in this case Bitcoin or altcoin, that's other coins, and by which we can have some kind of contract between buyers and sellers, that the value of these contracts are derived from the Bitcoin price or the altcoin price. And so most of many financial contracts fall under derivatives. For instance, even the forex features that we do trade falls under derivatives. So that's just basically what derivative is. It's nothing, it's no big deal. And right here we're going to be looking at the two types of derivatives. The first being US dollar stable coins margin futures, and then the other one being coin margin futures. Now, as you can see, we have 125x leverage in the two, and so it means that if we have, let's say for instance, we have just $200 to trade with, we have 125 times $200 for us to be able to trade, which is what we call leverage. You understand better by the time where we start applying that in our trading. Now, the key difference between the two margin futures, which is the US dollar stable coin for the first one, and the coin margin futures for the second one. For the first one, US dollar stable coin margin futures, we need to have US dollar stable for us to be able to take trades when we are on that platform, which is the underlying asset that we have on, that we are going to be on right there. However, under the coin margin futures, we need to have the face crypto for us to be able to take trade. For instance, Bitcoin. So it means that okay, let me quickly let you see the difference right now. Now, let's say for instance the value of Bitcoin is rising. Now you realize that under the US dollar stablecoin, you are trading with USDT, and so you don't have Bitcoin. You can make money. You can make money either ways, when price is going up or coming down, or trading it. But you are not going to be making money from the true value of the rise of Bitcoin. But under the coin margin futures, let's say for instance the face crypto market you want to trade is Bitcoin, and then so it means that you need to have Bitcoin right there in your wallet address for you to be able to take this trade, and then the value of Bitcoin then rises even without you taking any trade at all. You are the value of that Bitcoin that you have in your wallet is going to increase by the time you convert it to US dollar stablecoin. So what I'm saying here in essence is very simple. When you are in the US dollar stablecoin market, you have US dollar stablecoin to trade with, and then it is not affected by by changes in the price of the underlying asset, for instance Bitcoin. But right here, if you are under the coin market futures, and you are trading with perhaps Bitcoin, you are going to either get increased or decreased with the increase in the changes, with the changes in the value of the underlying asset, for instance, Bitcoin. So that's just the basic difference between the two. But in our trading example that we're going to be using, that we are going to be based on, we are going to be trading on the US dollar stablecoin futures. So let's just click it, and once we click it, it's going to be taking us to this environment. This is what we have right now. If you are not so used to this environment, you may get lost in the initial. So I'm going to be explaining everything to you one by one, so that you don't get confused and you find a way anytime you want to take trades. And so right here, as you can see, this is a fresh account, and it shows that we do not have any money right here for us to trade, which is why you see that right here the information right here is that please transfer assets into your futures account to start trading. So even if you have money in your spot wallet, you need to transfer that money from your spot wallet to the futures wallet before you'll be able to take trade. Now, before we transfer money or before we deposit money into this account, let us quickly have a good understanding of most of all this information that we have in front of us. First, in this area, you see that we have something that it's that like a list of cryptocurrencies. Now, it is favorite. These ones are favorite. That means the one that you want to see. Now, for your own, by the time you first open your go to the platform, you get a longer list than this. I've actually removed most of all the other coins that I don't want to see. So if you want to add to this list, or you want to remove from this list, you just come here. Once you position your mouse to this area, you can see that we have something like a search button right now. So let's say, for instance, that we want to add, so you can see that we have XRP perpetual right here. We have the delivery perpetual, the delivery features right here. But we want to be able to see a Ripple anytime we open our chart. So we are just going to click the star beside it, and as you can see right here, it has appeared. It has appeared as one of the favorites crypto that we want to trade. So next time, if you just want to go to Ripple, you don't need to go to that place and search. You just click on Ripple, and then the chart is going to show here. If you want to look at Ethereum charts, it's going to be showing here. If you want to look at Bitcoin chart, it's going to be showing here. Now, if there are anyone that you don't want to see under the favorite area, all you just need to do, let's say for instance we don't want to trade Litecoin, so we type the LTC, and you can see we have a star that is showing beside the LCT, so you can just click it to deselect it and make it not show anytime you open your chart. But because we want to be able to trade Litecoin, we are just going to click on the star, and then it shows right here. So we are also going to be looking at some of this information in front of us. We can see we have cross, we have 50x right here. This is the current price of Bitcoin, and then you have the mark price, you have the index price, you have most of all this information. We are going to be treating them one by one. And then right here, we also have the limit, we have the markets, we have the stop limit, and right there under the stop limit, you'll be able to see there we have different types of stop. We have the stop limit, the stop market, trailing stop, and post only. We are going to be looking at all these things very soon. We have the TP and SL, we have the reduce only. You can see that we have buy or long here, sell or short, and then most importantly right here, you can see that we have what is called maintenance margin and margin balance. You understand the reason why you need to pay attention to this particular area very soon. And currently right here, what you can see is that we have order book. So for the order book, it's just currently showing you the activities of buyers and sellers in the market, which is why you can see that the prices just keep changing up and down. And when you can see that it has histogram, it has an horizontal histogram. So when the sell histogram is much more than the buy histogram, it means that there are much more sellers in the market than there are buyers. And when the buys histogram is much fuller than the sell histogram, it means that there are much sellers in the market than the buyers. So there are more buy positions in the market than there are sellers. For in my own case, I don't usually like getting to see this. I like my charts to be quite kind of very wide so that I can see price action very well. So it will permit me, I can just click on this to delete it, and then right here at the downside of this area, you can drag the chart so that you can be able to see the price action, candlestick action very well. And right here also, this is where you have the time of the charts, which you can change as you want. If for instance, you can change it from the daily time frame. This is currently we are on the daily time frame, and this is the weekly time frame. This is the 4 hours time frame, the 1 hour time frame, and also the 15 minutes time frame. So preferably, you can just take it to the 1 hour time frame, which is what we have right here. And then originally, when you first open your chart, it may actually be placed on this kind of chart. But in my own case, I usually prefer the trading view chart. I usually prefer the trading view chart, and we are going to see how we are going to be able to match the trading view charts properly with what we have right here, so that we can do our analysis quite well. Then at the lower part right here, we have bars where we can be able to see the current position, the open orders, order history, trade history, transaction history, and etc. So this is a summary of the interface of Binance, and we are going to be going section by section to understand most of all these things, and then look at how to take trades with them. Also be right here that we have something that looks like, so you will place your mouse right there. You can see it's written technical indicator, and it means that you can add indicators to this chart, or you can even remove indicators there. So currently we have the volume indicator. Let's say for instance we want to add stochastic. Just search for that, and you just click on it. As you can see, it has added another indicator right here. If you want moving average, exponential moving average, you can click on it, and it's going to give you the default and etc. But in my own case, I don't usually like having most of all those indicators there, so I'm just going to try to remove. Let me just try to remove this. Remove, and then even this one, I want to remove it. Then right here, this is where you're going to be having tools that you can work with. For instance, if you click on this, it's going to display to the right. You'll be able to draw trend line. You can draw trend line easily, and you can change the colors from maybe from that to any color. You can change the width of that color to something like this. If you want to draw a horizontal line, something like this, you can draw an horizontal line like this, and something like this, And then if you want to draw vertical line there and all those things, then if you want to draw harmonic patterns right here, you can use this to draw your harmonic pattern easily. But I'm not going to be attaching that to the chart. So you have the harmonic pattern, you have the Elliott wave, 1 2 3 4 5 A B C D E, WXYSZ, ABC, and WXY. So if for instance you feel that price is actually moving in a 5 waves, you can just use this to do your wave count, wave 4, and possibly we are still expecting further wave 5 to the downside. You can click on it, and then you see this remove button right here. You'll be able to quickly remove if you don't want them. You can also click on this, and you'll be able to quickly remove them. Let me just leave that as is. And so we are not going to be going into the details of all this Elliott wave, ABCDE, and all that. We are not going to be doing that. But right now, what I'm just trying to do is to get familiarized with the environment, so that you don't get lost, or you be able to find your way using most of all these tools. Another thing right there is this second one, which display your positions and open order. So if you take trades, you'll be able to see where your position is, and then you'll be able to see if you have set it TP, be able to see your target line and also your stop loss line. And if you click on it again, it means you don't want to see it. If you click on it, you want to. So we are going to be using this feature by the time we take our trades. And so let's say, for instance, that you got lost and you don't really know how to get back to the original display of things when you first started. You can start all over again by coming here and right here. You can see back to default layers. So you just click on it, back to default layer. So you should arrange it exactly the way it was originally. And then this order book, if you don't know what order book is where the current price of buyers and sellers are usually displayed. So when you want to make an immediate transaction, your transaction is going to be matched with the current available price. Maybe if you want to buy, it's going to be matched with the current available seller price, or current available buyer price if you want to sell. Now, if the price that you want to take the trade is not available, your transaction is going to be displaying among those people, this that you can see right here. It's going to be like a pending order, because there is nobody that is willing to buy or sell at your own price. So it has to be listed there until when price either move closer to it, or somebody actually want to buy or sell at that your asking price. While at this lower part that you can see right here are the most recently completed trades. So when you take trades, or anyone takes trades and it has been completed, it shows right here. But for me, I don't really like being distracted by most of all these things, so I prefer to just close them and then have a very big chart in front of me for more price analysis. You can also do this in this area. You can decide that, okay, you want to see it as a full screen, which is what you can see right here, or you want it at a pro mode area, which is what we currently have. And then you can use this area to activate or deactivate most of all this. So let's say, for instance, you want the order book to be seen back. You can just click on it right here, and then this is the order book at the lower end right there. The reason why I didn't go up is because we have moved so immediately I move it away, you can see that it has gotten you can activate quick trading. That means you want to quickly be able to click on buy and sell short, buy long or sell short. You'll understand the terminology of that buy long and sell short very soon. And I don't see any reason why you want to have the quick trading there, because we need to first set our parameters before we take trades. So let's just deactivate the quick trading, and then let's take away the order book and the trades, so that we can have a very large screen for us to be able to analyze the market. So as you can see right here, we don't have any USDT for us to be able to take trade, but it lets you realize that we are under the US dollar stablecoin margin features, and so we need to have US dollar stablecoin for us to be able to take trade on this page. Now, if you place your mouse here, you can see we have about 3 different types of markets under the margin features, US dollar margin features. We have the US dollar stablecoin perpetual contract right here. We have the one that has delivery date right here, and then you have the Binance USDT perpetual. So currently, right now, we are on US dollar stablecoin contract pay. Now, I just want to quickly let you see the difference between the two. Now, if you place your mouse back to the right here, you can see that under the coin margin features, we have coin margin perpetual, and then we have the coin margin delivery. So that delivery, how can you really differentiate it between the delivery and the perpetual? So if you just search for BTC USD, you can see that we have a quarterly expiry period around this. So this is more like 25th of June. That means if you take a contract, this contract is supposed to end around 25th of 25th of June. Then this one, another BTC USD right here, we have is to be ending as 24th of September, on and on like that. So if you click on this coin margin, however, for perpetual, you can stay in the position as long as you want, which is what we want to currently do. And then it's not as if we are going to be staying in the trade in perpetuity. We are going to be taking the trades whenever we feel like it is the right time for us to be out of that trade. So if you click on coin market perpetual right here, you can see that right here, you will be able to see that we need to have BTC for us to take trade on this page. We need to have BTC. So that's how you can quickly know if you are on the US dollars stablecoin page, or if you are on the coin margin page. And you can always change it to trading view back so that you'll be able to get a good understanding of price action better. You know, the trading view chart seems quite better than the chart that is being provided by Binance. And if you don't want to see all this, you just click on this X to remove most of all these indicators, and then you can drag this and leave the volume indicator right there. We may still need the volume indicator later on. But just like I said before, we are going to be trading the US dollar perpetual contract. It has the largest volume of trade activities on Binance, and you want to try to also be in that line so that you can get your position being executed and matched with fellow traders across the globe. And then also we want to focus on most traded coins on Binance market, and the reason for this is so that you can get in high momentum when you're taking trade. You can get enough volatility that is going to move your trade as expected. For instance, you don't want to go and trade coins that very few people are trading it in such a way that you may not really get price to move well as you want it. But if you just come here, if you just place your mouse here, and under there you can see that we have something like change and we have something like volume. So let's just select the volume, and then we can sort it by volume. We can sort the most traded coins on Binance market by volume, and as you can see, the BTC US dollar perpetual contract has the highest volume, and it has about 13.8 billion in the past 24 hours, I believe. And then followed by Ethereum, which is about 8 billion, and then followed by Bitcoin Cash USDT, and then followed by Ripple. So you want to really just stay around those that have high volumes when you want to take trades. Otherwise, you may actually find yourself waiting for price to move, and then it's not moving because most of the traders are not really trading those coins. So let us get ourselves familiarized with the information that we have around here. As you can see, we have three different prices right here. We have the first price. Don't worry about the cross and the 50x for now. We are going to revisit this part very soon, especially when we want to take trade. So you can see we have three different prices here. We have funding, and then we have countdown. So I'm going to explain this part to you, so that I'm going to explain everything you can see right here in front of you. As a matter of fact, let me quickly just explain this part. The 24-hour change is just talking about for the past 24 hours how Bitcoin, we are currently on Bitcoin perpetual contract, so how Bitcoin are traded for the past 24 hours, and it shows that for the past 24 hours it has gone down by 2.53%, about $1,300 equivalent. And then for the past 24 hours, this is the high that it has made. That means this is the highest price has gone to. And then for the past 24 hours, this is the lowest it has gone to. So for the highest, it has gone to $52,240, and for the low, right now it has gone to $47,546. Currently is trading around $50,328, and then based on volume, the traded volume so far, this is in BTC. So we have traded in the market for the past 24 hours about 563,000.8 Bitcoin have been traded in the past 24 hours, and then in terms of volume in USDT, it is about 28 billion in the past 24 hours. So that's the information you have at this part. Now, if you look at this area, you can see that we have three different prices. We have the 50,332 currently, and that is the last traded spot market price, and it's usually going to be very close or near the mark price and the index price. Now, why are we having the differences? Now, the mark price is usually going to be based on the index price and the funding rate, and it's usually so that there is no manipulation in price, in market price. And as a matter of fact, if you remember when we went to this area, you were able to see that we have some contracts that are not perpetual. This is perpetual Bitcoin price and all that. We have some that are not perpetual. That means they have expiry dates. Okay, like this right now, Bitcoin USDC quarterly, it has expiry dates at 25th and 26th. Yes, 25th of June. And so by the time that expiry, by the time I get into that expiry, it is ideal for the current price of the spot market price to be very close or converge to the expiry, the Bitcoin the one that has expiry, the one that has delivery, so to say, the Bitcoin that has delivery. It is very logical for them to converge, and so the mark price and the index price is what makes this to be so. The mark price is used for preventing price manipulation, and it's also used for liquidation by recognizing your account balance and also the unrealized P&L. Later on, by the time we fund our account and start taking trade, you'll see that we'll be having something like a P&L, unrealized P&L right here. Now, this is index price. In perpetual contract, the contract price is based on the underlying index price. And with this, the index price is calculated based on the measure of spot price and relative traded volume over the period. And so by considering the average price of Bitcoin in different spot prices, the index price is usually close or almost the same sometimes with the current traded price. And that's why you can see that sometimes they are close. So what you then have here is the funding rate and the countdown. So let me quickly explain this part too. Now, the funding rate is necessary because traditional future contracts have expiry dates, just like the one I showed you sometime here. Something like this, they have expiry dates, and so when we get close to the expiry period, the future contract ideally converges or come very close to the spot market price. However, for perpetual contract like this one that we are currently, this Bitcoin perpetual right now, they don't have expiry date, and it means that you can be in the trade as much as you want, as much as you want to be in the trade, as long as you are not liquidated. Liquidated means that you have not crashed out, you are still in position, and you are basically still in trade, so to say. Exchanges, or Binance in this case, needs to be sure that the price of the spot price right now and the index price converge regularly. So they need to then apply that funding rate, which will make this possible. So the funding rate make it possible, and the funding rate is Binance interest rate. And some average of last price and mark price, this mark price right there. So they use the average of last price that you can see right here, and then the mark price that you can see right here. And based on this funding rates, traders either pay or receive funding. So if you are long or the market is bullish, the long positions pay those taking bearish position, and if you are short and the market is bearish, the short position traders pay the long positions. And yeah, so ultimately when the market is bearish, it means that the funding rate is negative, and the bearish positions pay the long position, that they pay those that are buying that are in long position, that are buying price. Now, when the market is bullish, it means that this funding rate is going to be positive, and then the bullish traders pay a certain amount in return to the bearish traders. And so by doing this, the exchangers or Binance can be sure that the price of the perpetual contract and the spot market price converges in the long term, especially towards the expiry of the delivery future contract. On Binance, this happens every 8 hours. So that's why you can see this countdown here. And it means that we have just about 1 hour left for this funding rate to be effected. And then after the 8 hours expiry, another 8 hours, then start counting. But it's not something you need to really bother yourself about. The funding rate is a very, very small amount of money, and then it depends on the side of the market that you are on. So that means that if this is positive, for instance, as we have right now, it is positive, and if the market is bearish and you have a positive funding rate, you are going to be getting some certain amount of money as you are taking the trade. But if the market is on the other side, then maybe you just be, a very minus amount of money, which is very, very negligible. But just like I said, the essence of doing this is to make sure that towards the expiry of the delivery period, the spot market price and the future perpetual contract price of future perpetual contract converges, and they're almost the same. So let's just deal with this one that we have here, and this is called leverage. When you are taking trade on Binance, you are margin trading, and by margin trading we mean that you can command much more than the amount you are trading with. So for instance, you may be trading with just $200, but in reality you're actually trading with about $20,000, and so it is the margin trading that makes this to be so. Yeah, it's what will make you to be able to do that. So if you want to borrow certain amount of money, you can see that as I'm moving the slider, it's either increasing or decreasing, and when it gets more than 20, it's going to bring this notification right here: your leverage is high, please manage your risk accordingly. So what is this information telling you? In Binance, you can leverage your position, and you can leverage your position up to 125 times your capital. Ideally, the higher the leverage that you are taking, the lower, the closer your liquidation price is to your entry. And this is they made this to be so that Binance doesn't necessarily have to lose if you are in a loss position. But the beauty of this is that if you are in the right position and you're able to get your entry at the exact area where price are going in your direction, then you may make much more profits than you can make if you are just trading without this leverage. So it's a two-edged sword. I won't advise that you take the whole the whole of the 125 times leverage, because it can, how will I explain it to you? it can make you lose your money fast. That's just the simple truth. The truth of the matter is that once you take too much of the leverage, it's going to be making the liquidation price. Liquidation price is just like the price at which you are going to be. Let me quickly look at one example. We want to buy it at this certain price, and then price uh, uh, show tendency that it's going to go up, but before going up, it then first come down. Now, because your liquidation price is very close to your entry price, it may take you out of the position and completely wipe away your capital before it eventually starts going in that direction. And this is because you are highly leveraged. But if your leverage is quite not too high, let's say about 1 to 20, or at the maximum maybe about 25. I don't usually advise that you go more than 50, so to say, but you can still stay around the 30, the 40, or the 50. So if you are around that, it doesn't make your liquidation price to be close to your entry, and in such a manner that you give enough room for fluctuations of price before price eventually start going as expected. But of course, the more leverage you take, the higher the probability that you're going to be making much money if you get it right. Now, this is the psychology behind it. The broker, Binance in this case, that knows that they have a statistic that about 90 or more than 90% of traders lose their money trading in the financial market, which is why they are making this leverage available, because they know majority of them are eventually going to lose that trading capital, and so only very few are going to be successful. So they are usually very happy to tell you that they are giving you this leverage. So you want to really be cautious and not take too much leverage so that you don't end up just losing your capital in the event. We are going to see how we apply this in real life trading very soon. So let us look at how this really apply. As you can see, as I am dragging the slider, you can see that it is showing the maximum position that one can take. Right now at 125x leverage is showing that the maximum position can be 50,000 USDT. That means Binance does not allow you to take more than $50,000 using 125x leverage. Now, if you take this, let's just reduce it to maybe about 10. Now, at this 10, it means that the maximum position at current leverage is about 20,000 USDT. And that means that you are only just borrowing 10 times your capital. So what does this mean? Let's just look at one hypothetical example right here. So let's just say, for instance, that the current price of Bitcoin is $50,000, and you have about $10,000 that you're trading with, and then you have decided to use a leverage of 10x. That means 10 times your capital. And so what it ultimately means is that instead of having just $10,000 to trade it, we now have $100,000 to trade it. And then the price of Bitcoin is just $50,000. It means you can buy 2 Bitcoin. Ideally, if you don't have that leverage, you are not going to be able to buy 2 Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, you can't even buy up to 1 Bitcoin. You'll be buying a very small fraction of Bitcoin. But because of this leverage, it makes you have about $100,000, and then it means that you may be able to buy about 2 Bitcoin. And then the correlation of this with margin is that, let's just say that you decide not to buy 2 Bitcoin, you just decide to buy 1 Bitcoin. Now with 1 Bitcoin, you have leverage 1 to 10, so it means you have $100,000 to trade. So Binance is only just going to take $5,000. Remember that they are supposed to take $50,000, but because your account is leveraged, they are only going to take just $5,000 as margin. And so that is the interplay between leverage and margin. And you'll be able to have those margin information. Let me just close this one. you'll be able to have that margin information around here. Now, I'm going to be explaining this part to us very soon. You can see that we have margin ratio right here. We have maintenance margin right here, and we also have margin balance right here. But before we go to this part, this margin ratio and all that, we are also going, you can see that we have cross right here. And when you click on that cross, you see that we have cross, and then we have isolated. Now, you remember that I told you something about the leverage and the margin, and that if your account is leveraged, it can it can result to you making quite huge amount of profit. But with a two-edged sword, if you don't get the direction right, because your account is leveraged, and especially if you are highly leveraged, the liquidation price is going to be very close to your entry price entry, and your entire amount, your entire trading capital may be lost. Now, the extent at which it's going to be lost is dependent on what you have selected here. Now, for this cross, it means that if you are taking a trade, you need to make your decision whether you want to be on cross or you want to be on isolated before taking a trade, because Binance will not allow you to change this information once you are in position. So if you are on cross, what happens is this: when you take a trade and price is going against you, Binance is going to start looking for money all around in your wallet to at least try to sustain that account, that position, so as not to get liquidated, so as not to get crashed, so to say, so as not to get liquidated. And they will keep on doing this, and they will keep on closing all the positions and looking for money. So it means that if you are on a cross position, you can lose your entire capital as long as you still have money somewhere. Now, for the isolated, it's just the reverse of the cross. It means that so they have the advantages and they have disadvantages of themselves. For the isolated, it means that Binance is only just going to close that position that you have entered while taking the trade. But ultimately, it means that there's a possibility that your liquidation price is going to be much more closer to the entry price compared to when you are on cross. When you are on cross, your liquidation price may still be adjusted based on the amount of money that you see have in your capital, in your trading account. And as a matter of fact, sometimes price just do fluctuate, and after fluctuating, it can then still go in your direction, in which case you are going to be making much more money. But under the isolated, you may have crashed out before price eventually then start going in your direction. So by yourself, you decide what you want at any particular point in time, especially if you are trading with a very small amount of money. Now, most of the time, I try to trade on isolated, and I try to just take one or two trades so that I don't expose myself too much in such a way that my liquidation price is going to be very close to my entry price. So I'm going to see a practical example by the time we take trade soon. So you want to really be careful with the way you apply leverage, and also for me to just explain this quite easily, if you, let's say for instance that you have selected, let me just take this to 20. So if for instance you are on 20x leverage, and price move against you, normally price just move against you by just 10%. Just the price only move, that means the change in price, as you can see, the change in price is just about 2%, but let's say that in reality is about 10%. Now, for your own position, it's going to be 10% times this 20%, this 20x, because your account is actually leveraged 20 times. So if you are going to be making profit, you're going to be making profit 20 times whatever the price of Bitcoin has been. And then if you are going to be making loss too, you are going to be making loss 20 times that same amount. So if someone that is not leveraged is that is not leveraged at all is on a 10% loss, your own accounts, your own position may actually be in about 200% loss. And that means that as at that period, you may have even closed your account when it's getting to about 100% or more. You may have closed or liquidated your position. So you want to just be sure that you don't take too much exposure, and then you have enough capital to make sure that your liquidation price is much more far away from the entry price. Now, I know how this may still be looking abstract and all that. You don't need to really worry yourself much. By the time you start going into taking trades and taking some practical example, they are going to become quite clear. So now let us now go to the information we have here. Right here, you can see that we have margin balance, and then we have maintenance balance. We also have the margin ratio. Whenever margin balance fall below the maintenance margin, liquidation happen. That means the broker or Binance will then close your position. As a matter of fact, when this margin ratio has gotten to 80% or more, you're going to receive a notification on your phone and also on your email telling you that your account is getting to liquidation zone, and you may need to fund more in order to avoid being liquidated. We don't want to fall into this very, very pathetic instance, and so we want to make sure that, one, we are not highly leveraged, and then two, we have enough capital to trade, and then three, we do our analysis quite well before taking a trade. And I'm going to let you see how you are going to analyze the market to really understand the direction of price. As you can see, we did an Elliott wave analysis right here, letting us see that price is supposed to go lower from that spot, and not just quite long. I could see that price have eventually even started flushing down right here. Even started flushing down. It's going to still come down lower than this. We still have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within wave 5, but we are not going to Elliott wave theory course is not part of what we're going to be learning, but I'm going to teach you the concept behind it so that you understand what to look out for when you're analyzing price. So let's have a good understanding of what margin balance is and maintenance balance and margin ratio. So margin balance is the balance of your futures account, the balance of your account plus or minus unrealized profit and loss. So if you are taking a trade and then you are in profit, it's going to be your account balance for the profits you're on. And then if you are taking a trade and you're in loss, it's going to be your account balance minus the loss that you are on. So when you have an open balance, when you have an open position, the margin balance constantly changes. And why is this so? It is so because you are either going to be in profit or going to be in loss. So depending on which side you are on, will determine if the margin balance is going to be increasing or it's going to be decreasing. However, maintenance balance is the just like the parts of this margin balance that is allotted to keep your position open. That is to still keep you in trade. So it's just like saying this is the minimum your margin balance should be. So if you are in a positive position, as in you are in profit, your margin balance will never get as low as the maintenance margin. But if you are consistently experiencing loss and loss and loss, then your margin balance keep reducing. And if it then reduce up to or less than the maintenance balance, then you are going to be having a liquidation call or margin call. And this is so, remember, this is so because, one, you have borrowed money from Binance to trade, and then Binance will not be liable for your own trade action, so to say. So they want to protect themselves in such a way that when you are trading and you are losing, you are not going to be losing the money that you have borrowed from them. Remember the money itself with the maintenance margin, which is the minimum at which you can go with based on the available amount you have in your wallet account, and then the activities of your profit or loss that you are currently experiencing. Generally, the higher the position you're taking, the higher the maintenance margin, which is just logical. The more you take trades, the more the more they are going to be making provisions that you must not fall below. Now, the margin ratio on its own is the ratio of the maintenance margin and the margin balance as a percentage of 100. So if you are taking trade, you can see that there's a meter around here. If you are taking trade and then your margin ratio is still very low, around maybe 10% or 20%, your risk radar is still going to be in around green. But by the time it gets to about 50% or thereabouts, it's going to be shifting away from the green to about yellow. But when it's getting to about the 80%, 70 to 80%, it's going to be getting to red, and it means that you are entering margin call or liquidation call, and then Binance may have to start closing all your positions. Now, depending on what you have selected here, as I said, if you have only selected isolated, they only close the position that it has affected. But if you are on a cross on your position, then it means that the whole amount you have in your wallet, in your futures wallet, is being used as collateral, and then they are going to close all the positions. It's going to affect all the positions that you have available. Okay, so now that you understand the chart environment, you understand the information you have in front of you. As you can see, we are on USDM futures, and then we are on BTC USD perpetual contract page, and then you understand what margin balance is, what maintenance ratio is, and what margin ratio is. And then this is the only area that remains, and then also this area at the lower end here where we have the position, the open orders and all that. So now we want to look at how you're going to be taking position. And the first you can see right here is limit, the second is market, and then the third one is stop limit. And under the stop limit, we still have stop market, trailing stop, and post only. We are going to look at what all this means very soon. So we start with limit, and then you can see right here we don't have any amount for us to be able to take a trade. And if you click this, it's going to take you to this area, and it's telling you to, if you have money from your spot wallet, you can transfer money from your spot wallet to the USDT M futures. Now, and we are going to be transferring USDT. You can transfer any other one, but because we are on USDT M futures, it just makes sense for us to transfer USDT. Now, we don't have any amounts right here, but let's say we have some amount. You can use this percentage to transfer, to quickly select how much you want to transfer. Perhaps you want to transfer just 25%, 50%, and 5 or 100 and all that. So right now we don't have any amounts in our trading platform. So what we want to do is to buy crypto. So you can come here and click on buy crypto. So it takes you to this page. It takes you to this page, and as you can see, this is what we have right here. Unfortunately, right now we don't have, in my country, we don't have, there are restrictions regards cryptocurrency trading. So we don't have that privilege of funding with our card or other payment. And the only option available to us right now is P2P trading. So we can click on P2P trading, and then let's say that we have, we want to know how much we are going to be having in Naira. We are going to type NGN here, NGN. And so with that NGN, you can, if you have 200,000 Naira you want to fund with, you put the 200,000 Naira here. If you have 2 million, you put the 2 million here. If you have the 100,000 here, if you have 50,000, you put 50,000 here. So let's see how much we can get with $200,000. With $200,000 at the current market price, it means that we are going to be able to get about 481. Let's see 100. 100 is going to be giving us about 240, which is not bad. I'm just trying to look at the possibility of us having just $200. So let's just say we have about $90,000, or let's say about $80,000, or $95,000, which is still okay. And then let's click on P2P. We want to be able to do this with P2P. And then if we click on this buy, it's going to take us to this page where we'll be able to see a whole lot of traders that either want to buy Bitcoin or want to sell Bitcoin. So you can see right here we are on buy Bitcoin, and that is the only option available for my country. But for any other of you that are not in my country, you can easily fund with your credit card. You can easily fund with other means apart from P2P. But right now, the only available option we have is P2P. That's peer-to-peer trading. So since we want to buy, we can stay on this page. What is the information that you can see right here? It's going to give you in order of their completion rate and also the orders at which they have made in time past. And then of course you can put in your amount right here. Let's say you want to buy 100,000, you put that 100,000 there, so that it's going to, I click on refresh immediately I put the 100,000. It's going to just try to find those people that the amount you want to buy falls within their range. Majority of them want to sell it. They want to sell their Bitcoin at 497.4, which is the amount that we want to buy. So if you want to go with this Emperor, or you want to go with this Sonny or Orlando, you just click on this buy USDT. So most of the time I usually try to look for someone that has a very high order and high completion rate. So for instance, this one is not bad. This one has Excel Exchange has about 8,000 orders, and about 94.8 of them has been completed. So I can click on buy USDT, and when I click on that, it's going to take me to this page, and then you'll be able to see the seller's information. You can see the bank transfer stuff right here. That means by the time you fill this information, it will take you to the next page where you'll be able to see the seller's information. So you can put how much you actually want to buy here, which is 100,000 naira, and then it's saying that you're going to be getting 200 USDT. And then most of the time, what I usually try to do is to try to check the seller's profile. So if you check the seller's profile, you'll be able to see activities relating to this person. It means that on the average, the person responds around 7.49 minutes. That's about 8 minutes right here. And then he has completed about 94% of the total order of around 14,000, which shows that the person is actually active and does that regularly. And then he has verified his email, he has verified his SMS, he has also verified his ID. So this person is not really bad. We can also try to see if we have a better rate apart from that one. Let's see if we have a better rate. 497. I think majority of them are actually basically just 497. So we can go with anyone we want to go with right now. Now, so that you don't get confused, let's assume that you don't really know how to get to that P2P page, and then you have come under wallet, and then you click on P2P. By the time you get to this place, you would realize that it's not going to take you to where you are. So you would see the buyers and sellers. This is just like your wallet, and perhaps a place where you want to select the kind of coin you want to purchase. But by default, it's usually assumed that you want to purchase USDT. So if you want to get to that page where you see buyers and sellers of Naira and all that, you click on this P2P trading. So once you click on that P2P trading, it takes you to this page, and you can see it's not really in Naira, and so you can change this currency to Naira, NGN, so that it only brings those that are in your local currency. If you are in your United States or thereabouts, you select your currency. If you are in the United Kingdom, you select GDP and all etc. So it's going to ask you to go through this risk disclaimer, and then once you go through it, you can click on I have read and agree, and then you click on confirm. So now what we want to do is to go with any of them, and right now we have about 496 for those that want to sell their Bitcoin for Naira, and let's say we want to purchase 100,000 Naira. So with that, we can click on search, and it will take us to the range of those people that want to that have Bitcoin to buy or sell. And so I think we are good to go. I'll just try to buy 100,000 Naira worth of USDT, and then we'll convert that USDT. We'll push that USDT to our futures trading account. Now, most of the time, I just click on refresh here so that it will refresh it immediately I get to that place. And we want to purchase about 100,000 Naira of USDT, and then we can go with the minimum. This one has minimum of 128. Okay, so if we want to purchase 100,000, we'll look for the one that has that range. This one has 366, 200, minimum is 200. And so let me just click on search so that it will take us to those that fall exactly within that range. Okay, this Trisha is not bad, but she has a very I think I'll prefer someone else. Let me see this run exchange. Let's go with this, and then let's put our 100,000, and then click on buy USDT. Yeah, okay, so once you are successful, immediately you are successful, to take you to this page, and then you have a time running down for you to make the payment. So which means that if after 15 minutes you don't make that payment, you already automatically be cancelled out, and you can decide you want to go for someone else, or but once you do this 3 times, I think you'll be kind of restricted. So let me just try to contact the person, and then make the payment right away. So what I'm trying to do right now is just try to chat with the seller, and because the phone number I could see here is not a Nigerian number, so I'm just trying to find out if the person resides in Nigeria, and then possibly for me to be able to call him to be sure it's genuine. So once you have been able to make the payment, it will take you to the next page, and the seller has about 15 minutes to confirm that payment has been sent, and then you get the equivalent of that in your USDT wallet, and we're going to get to see that very soon. And so right there in front of us, you can see that the wallets, the order or transaction has been completed, and then we can go to check it. Let's quickly see it right there. So this is how much I just transferred right now, 201, about 200 USDT, which the equivalent of this is 0.0037686. And so what we want to do next is to transfer this to our futures trading account. Now, let me just first pause, and then you will see how you can use this to either invest in every other coin that you want to purchase apart from using it to trade, or if your purpose of funding is for you to trade, then we are going to see how we use that to trade. But if you are buying BTC and you want to use that to be able to purchase some other coin, you want to invest them for certain period of time, you want to buy them and keep for some certain period of time, and that's when you'll be doing this. So let me quickly refresh this page. I'm going to refresh this page now so that you see some of those Bitcoins right there. So let's say, for instance, with the USDT, 200 USDT that you have, for instance, let's assume that you have more than this 200. Let's say you have about 2,000 or 20,000 or 2 million or thereabouts, whatsoever amount you want to use to purchase different coins. So all you just need to do is to go to any of the coins that you want to purchase and click on buy. So like I said before, we are going to quickly revisit what I told you, and so that you see how to do the long-term investment, which is this. And then you can go to coin market cap. I usually advise you can include Monero as part of the first 20 that you want to buy. You can include IOTA, is also very good. And also which other one right here, Ethereum Classic, is also very good. So if you want to invest in Bitcoin for a very long time, you want to make sure that you come to this page, coin market cap, and then that's coinmarketcap.com, and then you want to look at the currency you can possibly buy. And most of the time, the first 3 letters usually represent the name of the crypto of that coin, but sometimes it can be 4, like this one, Chainlink. Sometimes it can be 4, LINK, and sometimes it can be 5, like this Theta and all that. So if you want to get to know the what you need to search for when you get to Binance, once you look at this the short form after the name of the coin, then you can go to Binance and search for that. So let's just go back to where we were before. This is where we were, and then you can see that right here we are still under P2P. The money was sent into our P2P. It was not sent to our spot or fiat and spot wallet. So all these ones that you can see available on the left hand side are like different wallets. And so when we purchased through P2P, we made that purchase and it was sent to our P2P wallet of Binance. But we cannot do anything with it right now. We need to move that amount into our fiat and spot wallet. So you click on this fiat and spot wallet, and then right there you can click on transfer. So you select transfer, and from there you can say you want to transfer from which account do you want to transfer from. Currently that amount that we receive is in our P2P, so you select that P2P, and then where do you want it to be. Now the first thing I want you to see is how to use it to invest in different coins, which is what I just showed right now. But what we are going to eventually do is to move that coin from the P2P into our USDM futures wallet. But I'm not going to be doing that now. So if you are funding for the purpose of trading futures account with Binance, then you select USDM futures, and then you are going to then select the USDT here and put the amount and take it there. But I'm going to show you how to first invest it for a long time. Then we are going to then see how we can use it for trading. So I'm going to select fiat and spot, and then I'm going to change this coin away from BNB. I'm going to type USDT. So I select the USDT here, and you can see it has shown us the available balance that we have in our account. And I'm just going to click on use max. So once you click on use max, it takes all the available balance that you have, and then you click on confirm. So immediately you click on confirm, you'll see that the balance here has changed to about $200. And then if we go back to that P2P that we had before, you can see that we have nothing there. So we have been able to move the money away from our P2P wallet to our fiat and spot wallet. So with this now, if you want to buy some certain coins, you can search for those coins here and then buy. So if you go back to cryptocurrency, this crypto compare, and let's say for instance we want to buy which one is very cheap right now. Let's say for instance we want to buy Ripple. So if you want to buy Ripple, you can go back to Binance and then you search for XRP. minimum amount that you can trade on Binance platform. And so since we only just want to buy just one Ripple and you don't say we want to buy 10 Ripple, it doesn't make sense all going. But if you want to buy 10 Ripple, you can, if I change this one to 10, for instance, it's going to be about 12 point something US dollar there. This you can do that. But I don't have plans of buying up to about 10 Ripple. And so I'm going to show you another method for, especially for those of you that want to spread your available wallets or available yes, available USDT wallets on different coins. So let's go back. We're going to go back there and then go to do the same process XRP, and then let's look at the end. Sorry, come back. Sorry. Yeah, sorry guys. They took the lights, so I have to go and try to change over. It's a very crazy experience. Do we have any questions so far before I continue where I was? Do you have any question? Does anybody have any question? We still have lots of things to cover actually. We are still going to see how to do all these things on our mobile phone, and then maybe tomorrow we'll look at money management and risk management and how to use it to trade. But I want us to finish the part where you see how to invest, how to buy the different coins. If you have, if your motive is to just buy cryptocurrency and keep it for some certain period of time. So, do you have any question before I continue? And can you guys hear me, please? Let me know if you can hear me. Just send Y if you can hear me. Just send Y. I need to be sure. Okay. So we are good. We can continue then. Okay, thanks. Thanks. About $200, and then if we go back to that P2P that we had before, you can see that we have nothing there. So we have been able to move the money away from our P2P wallet to our fiat and spot wallet. So with this now, if you want to buy some certain coins, you can search for those coins here and then buy. So if you go back to cryptocurrency, this crypto compare, and let's say for instance we want to buy which one is very cheap right now. Let's say for instance we want to buy Ripple. So if you want to buy Ripple, you can go back to Binance and then you search for XRP. Search for XRP right here, which is this one. And then there are two ways you can do this. You can either click on trade or you can click on convert. Let's go with the trade option and see how we do it. Now, you remember that what we have right now is US dollar stablecoin, USDT, which is this. So we click on the XRP USDT, and then it takes us to the spot wallet spots page where you can actually make a purchase. Now, this is supposed to be very familiar to us. We have discussed this before, and so right here at the left hand side right here, you can see that we have buy SRP, and you can see that we already have USDT for us to be able to buy that SRP, and then we have SRP. SRP is for Ripple. So we only have USDT, and we want to use that USDT to buy Ripple. And then how many Ripple do we want to buy? We want to buy one Ripple. So once you click on that, this cross and isolated has to do with if you want to borrow some money, maybe from Binance, to increase your purchase. But since we have enough money to be able to do that, we don't really need to borrow any money from them. So we then click on buy Ripple. Now you see that immediately I click on buy Ripple, it said the total amount must be greater than 10, and that is just like the equivalent of the like the minimum amount that you can trade on Binance platform. And so since we only just want to buy just one Ripple, and it's not as if we want to buy 10 Ripple, it doesn't make sense us going. But if you want to buy 10 Ripple, you can if I change this one to 10, for instance, it's going to be about 12 point something US dollar DC. You can do that, but I don't have plans of buying up to about 10 Ripple. And so I'm going to show you another method, for especially for those of you that want to spread your available wallets, or available available USDT or wallets on different coins. So let's go back. We're going to go back then, and then we'll go to we'll do the same process, XRP, and then let's look at the end. Convert. So with this one, I think it's almost going to be similar to what I was trying to explain to you before. So in this second stage right here, this second box is telling us that we want to convert what amount of USDT to what currency. So right here, you can search for the currency that you want to purchase, XRP, which is the Ripple that we want to purchase. And then we are going to put if we put just one, you will see that it's not going to go through. I'm just doing it for the sake of confirmation so that you understand. Let's just put the fact that we want to buy, let's say we'll just put 2, because one Ripple right now is about 1 point something, so let's put 2 there. And then you see that it's saying that the minimum amount should be 20, which is what is allowed for trading on Binance. So if I put 20 and I click on premium conversion, you see that it goes through. And then you see that you have one USDT to be about 0.8 XRP, and then it means that you will receive about 16.11 XRP if you proceed. So right now it has timed out, and I can click on refresh. So they will always want you to be the one to confirm your this conversion. So if you want to go ahead with this, once you click on convert, it will automatically take part of your dollars and use it to purchase XRP. So let's repeat the process again. Remember, if you want to get to this place, all you need to do is to go to your wallet and then click on fiat and spots, and then to take you to this area, and then you'll be able to purchase any coin. These are the list of lots of coins. You can see you can always go to the next page if you want to be checking them one by one. But if you know the name of the coin you want to purchase, just type it here, like XRP. If you want to purchase XRP, put the XRP there, and then we can click on convert. So whether you click on convert or you click on trade, it's almost the same thing. It's just going to be doing exactly the same thing for you. So we put 20 here, which is the minimum, and then what we want to do is to buy XRP. So we put the XRP here, and then we click on the premium conversion, and then we can go ahead and just convert. And so it's just go up, just go straight up, and then you'll be able to see your recent transaction all the while. Let's say for instance you want to purchase Binance coin and also Ethereum. We just go there, and then right here we'll select Ethereum. We already have Ethereum and Binance coin right here, very close to us. So what you can do is to just click on this convert. So if you click on the convert, it will just take you to this area to ask you how much you want to purchase. If you want BNB coin, let's try to do $50 of BNB coin, and then right here you can see we have BNB right here. So we go with $50 right there, and then we click on convert. Once it's successful, it's done. And then let's say for instance we want to buy Ripple again, we want to buy Ethereum. You go to this area and then you click on fiat and spot, and then you can use the remaining to buy it. And basically that's just how you will split your money to the different coins that you want. So we can do that on this same trade that I told you before. You can go to trade, and under the trade, what we want to do is to change Ethereum change USDT to Ethereum. So you can select ETH USDT, or alternatively you can use the convert. In my own case, I prefer the convert because it is very easy and very direct. And so right there on that page, you can decide whatever you want to do. And so what we want to do right now is to buy some Ethereum. And so we are going to change this one to Ethereum. And let's say, for instance, we want to buy $100 worth of Ethereum. And we just click on premium convert and preview conversion. And then we convert it straight up. So, and once it's done, it will write successful, and that's just it. And let's say, for instance, that the price of Ethereum has increased in value. Let's say, for instance, let's go back to our fiat and spot margin. So let's just assume that the price of Ethereum has increased in value, and it has gotten to a point where it may most likely start dropping, and you don't want it to affect you. You don't want to be affected. It means that, as you can see right now, we have 0.04 Ethereum, but we still have about 100 USDT in our that's not been used to purchase any coin. So let's say, for instance, after buying the Ethereum, and then the worth of Ethereum has increased from the current 2,400 to possibly around 5,000. Let's say it has increased significantly, and you now feel that it is going to start going down. That means it's going to start crashing out or there, but not crashing out. It's going to start going bearish, so to say. Let me use that time. It's going to start going bearish. So you can go back to that same convert page, and then you can sell your Ethereum back from Ethereum to USDT. So the USDT is stable coin. That means it is not affected by fluctuations of cryptocurrency. It's just like you having your normal dollar, without it being affected whether cryptocurrency goes up, Ethereum goes down, blah, blah, blah. So what we want to do is to convert back the Ethereum to USDT. So we are going to change this one to Ethereum, and then we are going to change this to US dollar stable coin. And then our maximum that we have here is 0.04. So if you want to convert everything, you just type whatsoever you can see right there, 46892, and then you click on that, and that's just as simple as that. That is when you feel that the price of Ethereum will start going bearish, it will start going down. But if you feel like you're still leaving it for a very long time, then you don't really need to do that at all. So let's click on it, and so once you click on that, you just click on convert, and then it automatically converts back the Ethereum to the stable coin USDT, and that's all. View success. So if you go back to your wallet and go to fiat and spot, you'll be able to see your available balance there, and also you'll be able to see what you have left. So right now we don't have any other coin. We've not purchased any coin right now. So what I'm going to do next, what we want to do next, is how you can do this on your mobile phone. So we'll try to. I don't want to move the money right now to. The features. To these features wallet. So let's just assume that you have made money, and then you want to sell your dollar back to your Naira account. Just this reverse of what we did before. Remember that the money was in our features wallet, so we are going to move that money away from our features wallet to our P2P. So yes, to our P2P, from our features wallet to our P2P. So if you have made profit, and then you want to take out your profits into your bank account. Right now, the only available option is P2P. So under the fiat and spot right here, we are going to click on transfer. And from that transfer, where is our money? Our money is actually in the coin margin futures, US margin futures, sorry. And then we select that. And where do we want to take the money to? We want to take the money to P2P. That's where we'll be trading it. We'll be looking for someone that wants to buy, so we'll sell it right there. So we select P2P, and then we have about $200 in our USDT. So you just click on you. If you want to take out all of it, use the use max amount, or if you don't want, you can put in how much you want to buy or sell there. Then you click on confirm. So once you do that, it's going to automatically take your money and put it in your P2P wallet. So which is what you have here, P2P. So by the time it gets here, all you then need to do, is to click on P2P. You want to check the balance, you can see you have it right there in $200 right there. So we click on P2P trading, and then we just do the reverse. Initially, when we wanted Bitcoin, we click on buy, but right now what we want to do is to click on sell. So we click on sell, and it's going to show you sellers that are available in the market. And of course, you want to check their profile to be sure that they are authentic, and you also want to look at the one that have the range of what you want to sell. So we have around $200, and let me look at which one I can go with. Let me look at this. I think it has 125 orders and 93% success rate. And this one also has, I think this one is good, 580. But I think I want to go with this Olufi. It has 92% completion rate and 913 orders at 620 naira. So I'll just click on sell USDT, and then I've not set my payment method before. So what I'm just going to do is to just click on this payment method, and then it's going to take you to this place, and then you see where you add that's your payment method, and you select bank transfer since you want it to be transferred straight into your bank account. And so all you just need to do is to put in your bank information right there, and then you confirm, and that's all. And make sure that you don't click on you don't confirm the payment until you have received the money in your bank account, because there are some scammers out there that will just do as if they have actually sent you that payment, and then they will tell you to confirm or bank delay or thereabouts. You want to be sure that you have actually received alert on your phone or your bank notification or whatsoever before you then agree to release the USDT to the person, because once you've done that, it is irreversible. And you can also use, once you have set up your payment details and all that, you can also use the Express to quickly sell your USDT. You can just 0.26, and then you receive this, and you then go ahead with this. But right now I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just showing you the different ways at which you can. So if you are on a P2P page right there, you will see that there is an express way that we quickly want to sell it. There's an express way right there that you'll be able to do that same thing. So if you want to sell, you click on the sell, and then it will let you know how much you're going to be getting in return, and then you go with that. So let's go back to our guide and see what we've learned so far, and then what we still have to cover. Yeah, remember, just like I said, that this is going to be our guide, and if you look at most of all these things right here, you will see that we have covered almost everything that we said we're going to cover, and with the exception of possibly how to access Binance with your mobile phone. Most of all these things have been covered. We've been able to look at how to open your trading accounts, how to deposit, what derivative is, futures market, spot market, by trader market, everything that we said we were going to cover. But right now, what we want to do is to try to we'll still come back to this page later. But what we want to do now is to try to go to testnet Binance. It's supposed to be testnet Binance, testnet.binancefeature.com. Now the truth of the matter is that trading futures markets is not as easy as it seems, and it requires a lot of practice, especially if you are relatively new to trading. And that's why we have this testnet Binance Features.com, for you to be able to first practice very well before deciding to start trading the crypto market. If you are already familiar with the forex market, with the futures market and all that, it's going to be quite easy for you to find a way around on the testnet Binance Futures. But if not, it's going to be easy for you to find a way trading the crypto market, so to say. But if you are relatively new trading the crypto markets and you don't have any foreknowledge at all about trading before, this is why we have this platform. That's why they have created a testnet Binance Features.com for you to first practice and practice before you go live, before you start trading with your own money. And I will advise you to first open the testnet or demo practice before going live. They're going to give you have about $100,000 to trade with, to practice with, so to say, and you can do most of all these features that have been explained: transfer more, transfer fund, etc., take trades, increase the leverage, margin ratio, and most of all these things that have been explained are right there. So it is when you have been able to really get familiar with most of all these features and you know your way in and out that you can then decide and plan to start trading start trading a live account. So right now we are going to go to testnetbinancefeatures.com. We go to our browser and then we'll see how the environment is. You just realize that it's just almost the same environment. It's the same thing as the proper Binance website, but the only difference is that this one is just for practice and you're not really taking real trades. It's a demo account. So let's go to our browser and then put in testnetbinancefeatures.com. But on the second thought, I feel that this is 9 and it's already about 2 hours of training. So we have to continue tomorrow, and then we'll look at how to. We'll go to the testnetbinancefeatures.com and then open a demo account. And then after that, we're going to see how we can do most of all these things on our mobile phone. So possibly we may not be able to finish the training within 3 days, as I thought, because there are a lot of things. I was thinking that tomorrow we are going to start, going into real trading, going into the chart itself. But from look of things, we still have lots of things to stick over. So it might extend for about 4 days. So we still have about 2 more days. Or if we agree that we can have, since tomorrow is on a Saturday, we agree that we can have about 3 hours or 4 hours of training tomorrow. Then we can see, we can try to finish up. So I'm sure you guys have questions, and then what I would just advise you to do is to not worry. The video is still going to be available on the YouTube, and you can watch it, over and over again, so that you get to understand some of the things that have been explained. I could see that some people are trying to say I was too fast explaining certain things, and I have to go at that pace because, like I said, there are a lot of things to be covered. So if you just need to go back and watch it, and then if you have questions in the Telegram group, you can always put your questions there, and then I'll respond to them as soon as possible, as soon as I get there. So do you have any questions? I don't want questions that relates to things that you still need to go and watch for clarification. But if perhaps you want to have some understanding on what has been said and all that, then I can address or answer them right away. Do you have any questions? By tomorrow, we'll then go to the demo accounts, these features there, and then we'll look at doing most of all these things on our mobile phone. Any questions so far, guys? If you have questions, just raise your hand. Okay, I can say that Bola has raised his hand. So let me just try to. Okay, yeah, just try to unmute yourself. Try to unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, my question is just foremost, I want to thank you for. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the lecture. Now, I think you open another web page where you search for the coins before you go back to Binance. I didn't get the website. When you search for is it CoinMarketCap or
yes, CoinMarketCap.com.
Is it that the page you open? Okay. Okay.
Yes, CoinMarketCap.com. Yeah. It's on that page, you'll see every available coins that are in the market. And then the ones that are quite doing well are those that are usually first listed. So you want to go with those ones. Those I usually advise about first 20, but then we have some other ones that are not up to the 20 in the list. They don't make up for the 20, but they have good feature like the Monero.
Okay.
I think Ripple is part of First 20, like the Monero IOTA and one other one. So which is what I explained at that part.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So any other question? So in the absence of any question, let's just call it a day. This is 9 p.m., past 9 actually. So we'll continue tomorrow. If we are not able to continue that tomorrow, then most likely we may have to extend it to, for 4 days. So you guys enjoy your nights and my regards to your family. Cheers and bye.